Greetings. A name and shame video this time. I got a text message on my mobile phone. I'm hoping that I can put the screenshot I've taken of it, link to this video, maybe as a thumbnail. But I've written it out, so I'm just going to read it to you. So this came from a mobile number, +44 782 548 8654. So I'll just read that number again. It's +44, which is the international dialing code, which you would replace with a 0 in the UK, followed by 782 548 8654. Now the text message reads like this: Gov-UK. You are eligible for our test and trace support grant. You can claim up to £800 today if you plan to vaccinate. Apply at gov-testandtrace-support.com. I haven't replied to this. I don't know where that came from. My mobile phone is not registered. I get top-ups, goodie bags, and as far as I know, there is no actual tracing as far as I know. Obviously, the intricacies of the internet and things these days, maybe they do know. Maybe it is personally aimed at me, but I'm sorry if you think I'm going to sell out for £800, even if this is genuinely from the government. But I'm highly suspicious about the whole web address and the wording of it. £800 is nowhere near enough. Come and talk to me if you're offering me £800 trillion. And there will be my terms and conditions to this, that if anything goes wrong, that money will be distributed to help many other people. That will be the only way I would agree to that. But I find that very insulting. What is that saying? That my existence, my life is worth £800? Probably doesn't, well, it doesn't even cover the cost of a funeral, does it? I mean... But there are people out there who are going to fall for this. There is also this despicable mindset, which we've already seen earlier this year, people selling toilet rolls on eBay, exploiting the entire situation, playing on the fear, thinking they're going to make a fast buck, as it were, out of it all. That is absolutely disgusting. That is deplorable that people will use these opportunities as a way of making money. That is, well, they're as bad as the system that has given us all this evil into this world. Yeah, it's only my perspective on this, my opinion on this, and I stand by it. This is why I make it as public videos. Because I want to help people out there. I don't want anybody to suffer unnecessarily, and I don't want anybody to be misled into basically selling their soul for £800. That is the biggest insult I've ever come across. It's an insult to my intelligence. It's an insult to the value that I place on myself. It's the same with all this insurance. It's all played on fear. What if your house burns down? What if your car catches light? Somebody steals it? It's all fear-based. I'm not saying that these things can't happen, and yes, there needs to be something in place, but a lot of these things are outright scams. I think a lot of you will find this out if you haven't read the small print and the terms and conditions with anything, particularly insurance, of what they will and won't cover. At what point does adverse weather become an act of God which they won't pay out for example? Because insurance companies are very good at finding excuses to not pay out for anything. And obviously with something as serious as this, where you are gambling with your own life. Is that what you think you're worth, £800, and being the sort of roughly 1-to-1 or last time I checked? So in the United States, you're worth $800. Is that what they're saying? I'm sorry, no. So I will try and add the actual genuine screenshot, which I've managed to capture. But I will also say, if you get any videos and things across any of the social media platforms, brand YouTube, BitChute or whatever, that you download and keep copies of things, because this electronic age, things disappear off these screens rather rapidly, and any proof of anything you've seen then vanishes. So as much as possible, keep downloads off the computer onto a separate hard drive, for example. Make copies of these things so you can refer back to, because we are in a world that is rapidly changing. This digital age, it is so easy to see things disappear, censored. I mean, how many times do you get sent things and it says content unavailable, for example? We can't share them for whatever reason that they give us. So keep all these things in mind. Be very careful especially if you're offered money. They're normally sort of what I would call clickbait. So keep your wits about you on everything that is out there, and look at everything. Look at all the possibilities. Keep yourself open to all possibilities. This is how you become informed, because you do not want to be formed by something that is external to yourself. You want to be in charge of your own mind, your own faculties, the ability to make decisions. But if you're only going to get a one-sided view, then how can you make that decision? So I think that's plenty on this topic. So I will say ta-ta for now. Thank you for all the wonderful comments for previous videos and the various links and things. It's lovely to get messages to say that things I've said have helped you through your day at these very difficult times. Long may that continue. So I will get round to replying properly. I only have one mobile phone to work with at the moment, so I'm limited to sort of doing one task at a time, as I only have one screen. I can't have two things open at a time. So it's not that I've forgotten anybody. I do intend to reply, and even if it's just putting a heart to acknowledge that I've read your message. So don't think I'm ignoring you or have forgotten any of you, far from it. But we live in times where daily things are rapidly changing. I think you'll see that reflected as things come out over the coming month. I think there is a lot happening behind the scenes that many of us are not privy to, that we can only speculate on, but I think it will become more apparent, and I still have this feeling inside that everything is going to be perfectly fine. This is very much a time of taking those positive steps to try and avert a lot of unpleasantness that potentially is now starting to unroll, particularly with these untested vaccines and the adverse effects they are having. Like I said at the start of this video, I feel that they're not CGI. They are genuine people going through the most excruciating pain and agony, which was inflicted on them because they weren't told the truth. And I really don't want to see many more people having to go through that, and also the effect that has on their immediate families around them. Imagine if it was someone close to you that happened to, how would you feel about it? I would imagine you would feel pretty helpless. It would be very upsetting to see, and it's a loved one that is being affected by it. I don't think anybody in their right mind would wish that on anybody. So I will say ta-ta for now.